Hi everyone, I'm Chef Lily, your favorite cake lady with ChefLily.com. I am so excited to share with you today my new book, Sis, You Are the Cake, and what it's all about. Check out this fun interview I just recently did to get an idea of what the book is about and how it can benefit you. Oh, and if you have a podcast or a show and you'd like for me to be your next guest, then contact me today at my website, ChefLily.com, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Chef Lily in the podcast studio room. We're going to be talking about her new book, Sis, You Are the Cake, 21 delicious recipes to overcoming life's obstacles and go after what you want by Chef Lily. Chef Lily, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here.
You know, you say in this intro how you were deeply depressed and how your life wasn't going the way you wanted. You felt trapped. And the previous decisions and the consequences you made, so there was this, you knew deep down that you wanted to change things. You wanted to get out of this boring, mundane existence called life or something like that, which, consisted of the mundane job and a few things. This was just some of the stuff in your intro. And even before I get into asking you a few questions, you were known by all your students, your clients, your fans, your customers alike as the cake queen, the cupcake queen, the praline queen. You share your love for baking and experience as a successful cake baking chef with all that you do and and you've actually, do you have some online how-to training courses and classes where you actually teach people online, and of course you do one-on-ones as well. It just seems like your competition even complements what you make and your creations, and they all want to know, how you do what you do. So Chef Lily, again, recently authored her first book for women called Sis, You Are the Cake, which is a book about overcoming the obstacles and challenges women face while on their way to living the sweet life. Boy, do I have some questions for you. Again, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
It's such a great title, Sis, You Are the Cake. Quickly, what inspired you to write a book like this?
Well, I actually wrote this book because there were a lot of women in my circle who were going through some pretty hard times in life. And so I wanted to share my own personal story because I've always wanted to write a book anyway. So I figured, why not share my own personal story while also encouraging other women in the process?
That's really great. Have you written a book before?
No, this is my first baby.
Oh, well, congratulations on the newborn.
Thank you.
What was it like writing a book? Because, first-time authors, they go through this experience, this journey. What was it like for you?
Well, I definitely will say I had to stick to a pretty tight schedule because in between writing the book, I was also creating the beautiful cakes that I create for my clients. So I had to just stay very organized and just really get through it.
Were you organized? Did you have a formula for writing this kind of a book? I mean, what do you have? 21 chapters. They go into all different facets of, what women go through and how you overcame certain experiences. How did you go about writing a book like this?
Well, I would say I definitely had to create an outline. And once I created the outline for my book, then it flowed from there. I came up with these different titles and the quotes that I wanted to add into the book, and it just kind of went from there.
And that's true. Once you get started writing a book, it just kind of flows out of you. Is that what happened with you a little bit?
Yeah, I would most definitely say that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. What's your baking background, your education? Did you get trained formally at a school for becoming a chef, or how'd that work out for you?
Yes, I actually went to Le Cordon Bleu in Atlanta, Georgia, and then I eventually went on to become a chef at Hershey Country Club in Hershey, PA, where I was a cook up there for a little while, and then I went back to Atlanta for a bit. Then I ended up in California, and that's where my cake journey really began.
How did you start baking cakes?
I started baking cakes at home because I actually went to culinary school. It's kind of funny. So I went to culinary school to just be a chef. I didn't do any pastry baking there except for just like a 6-week course because I wanted to just do cooking only. Well, while I was in Hershey is where I developed like this shift where it was so much baking and chocolate and stuff going on up there. So I eventually started self-teaching myself at home how to bake, and I watched a lot of tutorials. I went to a few little, seminars and stuff like that, and it just took off from there.
Wow, that's great. Tell me about your cakes. What's so special about them, and do you bake other desserts?
Absolutely. So I do bake other desserts, but my cakes are so special, and even my desserts, because you can actually have them customized to your desire. So if you can think it, I can create it, in other words. I don't really like to copy other bakers, work, but I do tell my clients if they have a picture for inspiration, we can take some different elements from that and we can create a design like that.
I'm on your website right now, cheflily.com, and I'm looking at this gallery of images that you've got, and you made all these cakes?
Yes, I did. I made all of those cakes.
You've got specialty cakes like Ghostbusters and these other maybe action figures or cartoons, or does a customer request something special that you then say, oh, I can do that?
Yes, so the client will go on my website and then they fill out the form and tell me a little bit more about what it is that they want. And then they'll send me a message or email, about the cake that they're looking to get. And then we go from there.
I think I was talking to you earlier. Now that you're in Las Vegas, Nevada, is that where you're located right now?
Yep, I'm in Vegas, baby.
All right. And what was this particular cupcake order? It was a cake order, something about infused alcohol dessert. What was that about?
Oh, yes, the boozy cakes. So
boozy cakes.
Those are very popular, especially out here in Vegas. Even in California, they were pretty popular because it's, a lot of people want to party. And so those cakes are actually infused with alcohol. And the client,
Alcohol.
yes, alcohol.
Wow.
And so the client, they actually choose which alcohol that they want. Some want Hennessy or they want a Ciroc or, so it's just whatever they ask for.
Wow, that sounds like if you're going to Vegas, and everybody listen up, if you're going to Vegas and you want a party, let's say like you have a birthday party or there's some kind of celebration, maybe an anniversary, it sounds like one of the perfect and cool things to get while you're there is to order these alcohol, booze infused, what would you call them?
Boozy cakes.
Boozy cakes from cheflily.com. Okay, well, check that out, cheflily.com.
We also call them drunken cakes as well.
Oh,
so.
really? Drunken cakes? Oh, my God. Whew. That is so cool. I never even heard of that before. Drunken cakes. That's so cool. cheflily.com for that kind of inquiry. Wow. So back to your book, though. Sis, You Are the Cake. 21 delicious recipes to overcome life's obstacles and go after what you want. What kind of messages are in the book that you like our listeners to know about? I was looking in the book myself, and I saw things in there about loyalty in relationships, where a relationship was going south and, the lady was just still sticking around. Is that true? What's going on with something like that?
Well, there are a lot of messages in the book, but yes, that particular message there, I wanted to put out there. Ladies, if you're in a situation where there's a relationship or a dead-end job, you don't have to stay and stick around for something that is no longer serving you. You are better than that. You're more than that. Some women they go through a lot of abusive situations, and I've also been there before as a woman in certain situations and relationships, and I wanted to inspire them to know you don't have to deal with that. You're worth so much more than that. And life is too short. Go find somebody who will do what you need them to do.
I noticed some of the table of contents in there. You tie in words that relate to your cake business, like sweet dreams, lovely lady, preparing for a sweet life. Mm-hmm. I like this other one here. Sweet things happen, sugar and a whole lot of spice. Sweetie, stop wasting time. Live, laugh, and be thankful for sprinkles. What was that about?
Well, that's actually just about being thankful for every moment that we have and making the most out of every moment that we have. There's always something to be thankful for.
And what's this? I like this chapter 21, mud pies.
Oh.
What is that about?
Well, mud pies is basically, it kind of talks about how I've always been this creative person. So even when I was a little girl, I used to create these little mud pies, and I didn't know I was going to be a cake chef back then, but maybe that was kind of like it was the beginning of the journey.
Sign of the future to come.
So I would make these little mud pies for my dad, and he would actually pretend like they were like the best cake on earth or something like that. And so the joy that I would see on his face actually was a feeling that I enjoyed. And so, yeah, everything that you have inside, everything that you need to succeed is already inside of you.
Wow, it's so true. How do people get a hold of the book?
Well, you can actually go on my website, cheflily.com, and go to my store section, and there'll be a section on there where you can click and it'll take you directly to the link.
Yeah, I'm on there right now, store, and then I just scroll down a little bit, and then there's a link that goes to the product detail page for that book, and I could buy it off Amazon. It's available in print. Go ahead. What's it available in?
Yes, it's available in print, the ebook format, and pretty soon audio.
Wow, that'll be great. I saw that you are also a coach on your website. You train and teach. What is that about? You have classes? Tell me about that.
Absolutely. So if you're an aspiring baker and you just want to take your baking to the next level, maybe you want to start a business and you just don't know where to turn, that's where I come in at. I offer different programs. So yes, you could just go on the website, cheflily.com, and see what I offer.
What is it about the private coaching that you do where someone might hire you to come to them, let's say their home, their kitchen, and it's like a private tutoring or coaching, like a class that you teach them like how to do certain things within like a 3-hour period? What is that like?
Well, that's where I would just show up at their location, or, in other words, sometimes they may want to come out to me, but basically it's a one-on-one session. And so I show them different, techniques for decorating cakes, and it's just a hands-on session.
It'd be kind of cool, I can imagine, having the Chef Lily in your home teaching you how you do the creative things that you do. Because again, the photographs in the gallery are just mind-blowing. When I first saw them for the first time, especially I think I discovered you on Instagram, and I saw all your photographs. Mm-hmm. I was just like blown away at how just jump out of the screen, larger than life, beautiful. You just wanted to take a slice right then and there. And I said, wow, I need to interview this gal, Chef Lily of cheflily.com. So can people order cakes from you? How do they go about that? If they wanted to order cakes, what's the process, just real quick?
Yeah, they can definitely order cakes from me. You would go on my website under order cakes, and it's a form there that you can actually fill out. There's also a very helpful video on there as well, where it actually shows you from start to finish how to submit the form.
Yeah, I watched that video. That was very intuitive, very informative. Basically, you've got terms and conditions that the customers need to understand, like, hey, this is how I deliver, this is how I take money, this is how you can place your order with me. And then you have the form, and the form works basically, I guess you fill out the form, and then the information, you don't pay anything right now. It's almost like a quote request form, kind of like.
Absolutely. So they fill out the form, and that just gives me basic information on what it is that they need. And also it goes over the terms like you were saying, so that way they know how, and just basically what they can expect from me and how to work with me.
I'm curious, do you speak or train or do special appearances? I can imagine, a party in Las Vegas, they want your presence, the Chef Lily delivering those boozy cakes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I also do different speaking, like especially for the book, Sis You Are the Cake. Like you said, special appearances. If someone just needs me to deliver a cake, they need me to stand in and be their chef. I'm your chef, your favorite cake lady.
I can see you opening up an event with your sweet sort of talk about what it is that is going on at the event, but then you kind of infuse, like your alcohol, cupcakes and the cakes, you infuse your cake industry life and the experience you have in with whatever it is. I can just see that. You would be great at that. Well, this has been a great interview session with you, Chef Lily of cheflily.com. How can people get a hold of you if they'd like to contact you for whatever reason?
Well, you can get a hold of me by going to my website, cheflily.com. It also lists all of my social media handles, so you can go like, subscribe, follow me, and all that good stuff.
Well, for more information about Chef Lily, how to get a hold of her, just like she said, take her online course, mentor with her, or to order her new book, Sis, You Are the Cake, just head on over to her website, cheflily.com. Thank you so much, Chef Lily, for this show and for coming on. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best with your new book, Sis, You Are the Cake.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And in closing, I do want to mention to the listeners out there, Chef Lily brought into the studio a very special gift. What do you have for me?
So I was informed that your favorite cake is triple layer chocolate cake.
Yes.
And so I thought, how nice would it be to pop in with a triple layer chocolate cake so you can have your cake and eat it.
You didn't. Oh my, look at this. Oh, she actually did. She brought in a triple layer cake. I was wondering what was in that box because we're doing the interview here at my desk in the studio. And she has this box, and I'm like, oh, is that for a client? Is she going to see somebody after me? What's going on? Because obviously if she were to get it out and we were to talk and eat, that interview would be we'd be talking with our mouths full.
Well, I mean, I'm everyone's favorite cake lady, so I can't show up empty-handed.
So, okay, well, I'm opening the box right now. Oh my, this is my favorite triple layer rich chocolate froth. You outdid yourself. Oh my God, I'm in heaven here.
Here, have some. Go ahead.
Well, that's what we're doing, right? Yes, we're cutting up slices right now, and I'm putting it on a plate here because she brought some paper plates. Oh my gosh, I can't thank you enough for this beautiful treat that you have brought into the studio.
Well, I'm just so thankful for you all having me here on the show, and so yeah, you enjoy your triple layer chocolate cake.
I'm in heaven. Thank you, Chef Lily of cheflily.com. Thank you for being on the show. We look forward to having you back again. Come back again. And there are new books. Are you writing new books later on?
Absolutely. So stay tuned. Check out cheflily.com. There's more to come.
All right. Well, you heard it here. Chef Lily of cheflily.com. Great guest. All right. I got to get back to my cake.